look phenomenal. So we are actually taking tea to the next level. Well, this guy is anyways.
Yes.
Chai tea infused shrimp stir fry with a green tea rice.
Exactly. So I'm trying to infuse it not only in the protein or the main entree, but also like the accompanying starch as well. And I think that's very exciting. So first thing we need to do is need to talk about stir fries a little bit.
Okay.
We're cooking with tea today, so obviously tea burns.
Right.
Stir fries cook on very high heat, so you have to be careful when you infuse this into the dish, okay?
Yeah.
Also, stir fries are all about mise en place. If you're a chef or an aspiring cook or a culinary student, mise en place, things in their place, is like the most popular term. It refers to everything where it needs to be and things pre-prepped.
Okay.
If you're starting a stir fry and you throw your shrimp in the pan and then you have to chop up your ginger and your garlic, you're going to be in a very bad place, okay?
Right.
So first thing I'm going to do, and you'll even notice, even with some of the sauces that I'm using, like the caps are already open. Like this is our, like, you know, that split second.
It's split second. Precise. It's a timing thing.
Chefs look at it.
Okay.
So pan ripping hot. We want it as hot as you can get it, but I won't put it too hot for this segment, you know, because it's not ideal here. But at home, turn the fan on. You can also take this out to the barbecue on that side burner too. That's also cool as well.
That's true.
And
sesame, is that what you put in? Sesame oil?
That's sesame oil. Now you'll notice, like, I should explain this. I grabbed a mushroom. I grabbed whatever I have around just to drop it in here, just to see if it's hot. Okay. I don't want to get my shrimp or my protein in here and it just starts steaming or it's not hot enough. So I can see that it's hot. Okay. I'll go in with my shrimp.
You start with your shrimp. You start with your protein.
You're normally going to want to start with your protein, which is going to overcook quickly. So you put it in, you get your color, and you take it out.
Got it.
And then you fold it back in later. Okay. So this goes in here. We can add some salt, different seasonings. So I'm going to add a little bit of salt to this right now. Okay. Now would be a really cool time because it's not too hot, but I have this beautiful chai mix.
Yeah, let me smell this chai mix.
So there's cloves, green cardamom,
that's
fennel.
great.
There's so much beautiful stuff. And the pan is not too hot. I'm going to turn up just a little bit, but we're sizzling away. I'm going to add this now. Okay. And you can see even on the finished product, the shrimp that's there, you can see that it is sprinkled with this spice.
Now, shrimp doesn't take usually a ton of time, which is why I was surprised you wanted to put it in, but it makes sense if you're going to put it in and then take it back out.
Exactly, then it's going to come out, and as soon as the tea hits this wok and the sesame oil, it starts to perfume the air, and that's what I love so much about cooking with tea. You just got to be a little bit careful because, like anything else, it is delicate and it has the tendency to burn. Okay. Okay, so this is sizzling away. This will go for another 30 seconds, and while that's happening, we can continue with a bit more of our mise en place, and I'll show you what I mean by that, okay? So, for example, before you start cooking, you're going to want to have your garlic chopped, and now garlic burns very quickly as well, right? So what I like to do is I like to chop it a little bit larger and almost get it into flakes like this. Okay. This can also be sauteed in the oil, and then you get that beautiful flaky garlic in the oil. Lovely. So that needs to be done. As well, ginger. Ginger is actually pretty exciting because everyone peels it. Yeah. But it doesn't have to be peeled. Okay. So if you don't want to, you don't have to. You can brush off.
Skip that step.
Exactly. Skip that step. It's rustic. The same thing with a carrot. Sometimes you don't have to peel carrot as well.
Oh, yeah, I agree.
So garlic and ginger is here. That can all go together. Yeah. Now it's all about multitasking, so I don't want to forget my shrimp. We're getting a nice color on this one side here. But just to show you what I would do is I would pull this out. Okay. And I would let it rest on the side. Now that's about half cooked or 3/4 of the way cooked, right? Yep. So we're going to leave that off to the side, and now what we could do is we can add a little bit more oil back to our pan. And again, are you smelling the tea, right?
I'm smelling it.
It's a beautiful thing. And if you were to cook for guests at your home and you tell them you're cooking with tea, they're going to be blown away out with it. Yes. And if you can't do it, call me and I'll come and do it for you, right?
That's always a better idea.
So, into our pan, we want this really nice and hot. Ginger and garlic goes in, and this is where mise en place is very important.
Because everything is ready, you're ready to just put it in.
Oh man, I need to go to the fridge and get carrot. Oh man, I need to go get that soy sauce. It needs to be out and ready to go. Right. So onion into the pan, and then we can add in all the ingredients that cook quickly or cook long.
That cook long.
Exactly. You're getting a lot better. I love it. So you want to add in all those ingredients that might take a long time to cook. So for example, these beautiful peas that I have here, I'll show you. I take one like this. It's a chef thing to trim the ends. Yep. But I don't really know why. It can be a little bit chewy, but I think it looks pretty. So I just cut them on a bias and then they go into the wok, right?
Why not?
So done. That goes into here. And we have a spoon here. We can toss this around.
Beautiful color.
Yeah, just like that.
Looking good, smelling good.
And our shrimp's waiting for us. We're not waiting for our shrimp.
That's right.
Carrot takes a little bit of time to cook. Yeah. A lot of times when people do stir fries, they add a lot of soy sauce and hoisin and different flavors, but then it takes away from the color. And I'm not a big fan of that. So we're just going to give this a quick toss like that. Okay. I have 2 cups of water here.
Yeah.
And somewhere I have a cup of rice. Now, when you're cooking basmati rice, you need to soak it first.
Okay.
You need to soak it for 30 minutes.
Soak it first.
Ooh, you need to soak it for 30 minutes to an hour because it'll bloom. Already, you see the grains get nice and long. They plump up, and it almost jumpstarts your cooking process.
Okay.
So you want to add this to boiling water.
Yep.
Okay, or simmering water, and you want to cover it for about 12 minutes. Everyone has different ways of cooking rice, so
everyone's got their thing, right? That works.
Whichever way you want to do it, that's cool. The exciting thing with this, though, is you add green tea to the water.
Ooh.
So essentially, you're making green tea.
Yeah.
So we'll add in a nice tablespoon, and you see as I stir it around,
that's nice.
This will end up turning into that green rice there.
Beautiful.
So as this is cooking, we can add a little bit of soy sauce and a few more different flavors to it if you want.
Okay.
And we're gonna add our shrimp back in. Okay. So shrimp goes back in, and now we can bring it all together. Again, going back with the rustic term, just tear the mushroom. You can julienne it, you can chop it finely, or just tear it. I think it looks beautiful that way, and that's what I did there.
Okay.
So we'll give this a toss, and essentially, like, this is pretty much done. This gets tossed around. You can smell the chai didn't burn. None of the ingredients burn. We treated everything with integrity, you know, and everything is beautiful and cooked well.
Well,
and
that's the good thing about a stir fry. I mean, this could be a weeknight meal. It's not going to take a ton of
breakfast, lunch, or dinner.
Breakfast, lunch, or dinner. Why not?
Yeah.
You just have to be prepared. Yep. You just have to have everything chopped up and ready to go. So this is a beautiful recipe. I noticed you put some sprouts on top, which is gorgeous.
Cilantro, lemon wedges,
cilantro, lemon. Cityline.tv for that recipe because I know everybody's going to want it. Thank you so much for that, Dev.